Hey everybody, thank you for joining me today. So today's video, we are going to be continuing with the 49th and Market collection. This is in part with my little scrapbook store, and I will have links to the products that I'm using down in the more section. So definitely head over to their website and take a look at some of the great deals. Now, if this is your first time on my channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button, clicking the bell, so that way you get notifications whenever I upload new content. All right, thank you guys so much. Now you can pause here, get the measurements, cut your papers, and then come join me at the table. Now for me, I'm going to do it a little bit different with this sketch. I'm going to pull out real quick. This is the collection that we're using from 49 and Market. And it's really a pretty collection. If you haven't seen the first video in the series, the one from last week, we flipped through the whole entire collection. But this particular one, we're going to be focusing on some of the rub-ons for the sentiments. And we're also going to use a couple of laser cuts. So we're going to see some of those too. So let me get everything kind of moved over to the side and we'll get started. So in the laser cut was that one piece you see with the frame, the butterfly, a little ticket, a little like punch ticket, and then the like little frame there. So I trimmed down a piece of white paper to fit on the inside of the frame. And I'm just putting a little bit of glue along the outside on that laser cut piece. And then we're going to turn it over, and it gives us just a nice white area where we can then put our rub on. And I'm just going to hold it up. I'm trying to see, make sure I got it straight, that it's not looking crooked on the actual open space. And then I'm taking the bone, it's like a bone folder almost, to just rub along the actual rub-on sheet. And then I start to pull it up, and if it looks like something didn't take, I just lay it right back down and rub it again. And if there's anything that maybe didn't come off all the way, then I just take the folder and rub it again. Okay. Now we're going to start putting actually the base together, which our cards, I think this entire series are or what they call A2 cards, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. The matte piece, the brown paper, is cut at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then we're using one of the pattern papers, and it's the more, I guess, more open, more clear. Like it doesn't have a whole lot of background, what's the word I'm looking for? Distress. This is probably one of the cleaner sheets. And then we're going to put, we have 3 of the pieces with the flowers, or not flowers, they're leaves. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Tim Holtz ruler to kind of line up on the bottom edge. And I was thinking I would do maybe a 1/4 inch, but then it seemed like that was a little too high. So then I moved it down to, not a 1/4 inch. The first one was at a 1/2, and then I changed it to a 1/4. And that's what I like about the Tim Holtz ruler, because you can see through it and it's easy to line up. So I do the top, or what's going to wind up being the bottom, and then I turn it and I'm going to do the top. And I do that so that way when I go to do the center one, I can just make it even between the two. All right, and now we're going to take the middle one and we'll get that. I always use the tape and wet glue. I know a lot of people probably think it's too much, but I do it only because if I go to put it down and it's not in the right spot, I can peel it back up, usually pretty quickly. And then if I need to adjust it, I can without messing up the paper. Now, on the back of this, because it's actually going to cover up a lot more than what's shown in the sketch itself, which is in the upper right hand side, I'm going to use some of the Fun Foam to just evenly pop it up. And you can use regular foam squares, whatever you have in your stash. I just happen to have this out, so I grabbed it. And then I think that should be enough that it will lay evenly. I forgot about that part. Okay. And then boom. Okay. So now it's nice and even. It's not going to buckle or anything, but it gives us a little bit of height. So that way we can tuck and hide some sequins for a little bit of embellishment. So I'm going to squeeze. I put a little bit of tape runner on it, not a whole lot. It doesn't always like the fun foam, but I was able to get some down. And then, of course, the wet glue is going to really hold it in place. So how awesome that the center, this die cut, basically takes the place of the white center paper on the sketch. And I didn't even have to do much, right? We just cut a little bit of backing paper and boom, you have a lovely sentiment, which you'll see better, I think, when I hold it up close. And it's such a pretty card. 49th and Market. And I always add a TH. Please just disregard me. I can't say 49. 49 and Market just seems weird. I don't know why. It's always 49th. I need to tell somebody so they can rebrand themselves. I need you to make it 49th and Market. They'll listen to me. And then that says, I love you most of all. And I just added one more, or no, I think I added two more. Yeah, right there. I just needed just a few more. For some reason, when I looked at it, I was thinking I was short some sequins. That's my whole thing with any type of sequin or jewel. Sometimes it's hard to know when to stop. You know, everyone says to be pleasing to the eye, to use it in odd numbers. So we all know that. But a lot of times, I mean, odd could be 99, right? So I don't want to put 99 sequins on my card front. So it's just knowing when to stop. And, you know, sometimes you might have to do 7 instead of 3. And if that's the case, then so be it. So here are our cards. Simple, quick. And the one says fall in love and the other says I love you most of all. So I think these are super cute. I love this collection. I'm really digging 49 and Market right now, and especially with their new collection. So they have a card kit with this new collection. We're going to be using that too, by the way. But anyway, thank you guys. Leave a comment down below. And again, I look forward to seeing you with our next video. Have a great one.